fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Good morning, St. Vincent and Grenadines. Welcome to Activated Morning. This morning we're a bit late, but don't worry, we're here. We're here this morning with you on this rainy Monday. And with me, of course, is Christal. Good morning, Christal.
Good morning, Ari, and good morning to the listeners of WEFM 99.9. It is a wet morning, so I laughed when you went in because the song it has like a cock crowing in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that reminded me of 9 mornings because I think the animal or the symbol is a full cock, and I laughed because it was pouring this morning. So the people get wet down. I'm so sorry.
You're saying people like wet fowl in tongue. That's wild. That is wild. That is Monday. The week just start.
No,
the week just start.
Actually, that's not what I was saying. Not the people get wet. I thought the animal got wet. But then it might have been misinterpreted as something else rude. So good morning, folks. Good morning. Make sure I'll take it easy on the road, okay? Good morning to Joshua. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at WFM99SVG. And don't forget to follow us on other platforms, the same handle, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All right. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the video that's been going around all weekend of
weekend.
What is the what's the formal name?
So boy, this is wilder. We had 9 mornings starting up. 9 nights started already. But anyways, it's Christmas season, all the goody stuff that going on.
Yeah, we could go into that in the next segment. But I want us to approach this now.
No, I wasn't changing topic enough. I was gonna say, and look at what is trending. So
okay.
Good morning to Josh. I mean, and as well. Oh my God.
So what was his name again? Chevrolet
Macmillan,
Mr. Macmillan. Chevrolet Macmillan, commonly known as Candyman, was quote unquote trending for, well, if you were tuned in last week, we spoke to journalist Kenton Chance, and Kenton Chance did mention this in passing that he witnessed Macmillan stand in front of an international journalist, regional journalist, and just there waving his hand while she's live and reporting on the issue. Well, we have a video of that. So if you're on the Facebook Live, you're about to see it right now.
Alrighty then, let us get it.
De Venezuela, precisamente hablando, estoy en vivo, el presidente de Venezuela precisamente tratar de mantener su posición del Acuerdo de Ginebra. Bueno, ya aquí están viendo, es la prensa de San Vicente y las Granadinas, él es el jefe de prensa y está parado frente a la cámara. Yo voy a despedir, Luis Guillermo, porque así ha sido durante todo el día con la prensa internacional, que precisamente hemos sido tratados así durante todo el día.
All right. So my question is this morning, was Candyman's behavior unprofessional, embarrassing, or both? Because that has been the general consensus in the comments and whatever we've been seeing this morning. It's been, is it unprofessional? Is it embarrassing? How does it make St. Vincent and the Grenadines look? So the journalist is Venezuela, and what she was saying is she's reporting live, and President Maduro is about to double down on what is on his stance in accordance with the Geneva Convention. And then Candyman comes over, starts waving in front of her, and she's saying, well, this is the person in charge of the press here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and she doesn't know what he's doing, but this has been how he has been treating international media all morning. Now, on that, the clip is a shortened version. On the longer version of the clip, we see her walk away, and he tries to walk with her, and she goes to the front, puts down the mic, and she comes back. And she's saying something, but I couldn't really make out what she was saying. Mm-hmm. But I think someone was saying, she's saying, it's not nice or something like that. But I couldn't make out what she was saying.
Okay. I think the the entire situation warrants a bit of context. What happened leading up to that moment? What happened after? Why did he see it fit to stand in front of a journalist and to try to get the attention of the journalist? And then the journalist just continues while he's in front. I don't know. I find you real good because I probably would have stopped reporting at that point and dealt with the matter.
I think she was very professional in the way she handled it.
All right. So what happened before that? Could it have been that she was not supposed to be where she was standing?
In the press room?
Was it in the press room?
Yes. You saw the video with her go to the desk with the banner with President Finale, Nicolas Maduro, and Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. The banner is there, the desk is there. That's where she returned the mic. She was clearly in the press room.
She was in the press room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was told before the shift that where she was standing, she was not supposed to be. And the area was cleared for security. And the only persons who were supposed to be in that area were those who belonged there, which was not the media. And I don't know if part of the video showed that was she the only press person, like from Venezuela? Was she the only country represented there in that area? Did you see anybody else from any other country in that particular video, in those videos?
No, I don't think so. But remember when Kenton was on, he spoke about it last week.
Right. So if it was that you're only seeing her, was it that really and truly she was not supposed to be there? And all the other reporters from the other countries, including St. Vincent and Grenadines, were not allowed there because they were not supposed to be there. Question is, how did she get there? If they already cleared the area for security, how did she get to that point? Was he trying to tell her, and to avoid future conflict with other countries who wanted to be in that area too, but were not allowed to? How is it that she was given preferential treatment?
Okay.
And they weren't?
So someone from NBC said telling me that is a lie. He wasn't treating the journalists badly. They were in fact treating local journalists badly and acting like they were in charge, and that he was not treating reporters like that all day. What she was saying is not true. And what happened was she begged him for a minute and she was there for more than 20 minutes. So he was signaling her off to take off the camera and she refused to move.
Okay.
That's what someone from NBC who was there
right.
said.
So she was not supposed to be there point blank in that area. And what also happened that was not shown on the video was other journalists from other countries, a particular other country, asked to be in that same position and they were not allowed to be there. So imagine you from, like we said, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you beg for a spot and you see Venezuela get in that same spot. So like what happened to me, that's contention in the future. So I think that's what he was trying to also avoid.
But I don't think he went about it in a professional manner.
But if you were told beforehand, you are not allowed in this area as press, you go XYZ, then what other means do you think he could have or should have dealt with it? Should he have waited until she was finished? How long was she going to be there?
Remember last week when Kenton was speaking, Kenton said he could only speak for Eyewitness News. And Eyewitness News wasn't given any briefing, it wasn't given any credentials. He did not even know where the talks were being held officially, because he reached out to API and he tried to reach out to Macmillan and it was nothing. And there are some media houses that were there present already who had been briefed on what is happening. And he went on to speak about what he deemed as unprofessional behavior. And he noted this, what happened in the video before we saw the video, before it happened. Now, what I think is, if it is that you're in charge of the media for the day and protocols were established, which from Searchlight and Eyewitness News recount of the situation, it doesn't sound like protocol was established, that Macmillan could have had a different approach, because from the video, without context, or even with context now, I still feel like standing in front, you as someone with media experience, standing in front of the camera while someone is alive is very unprofessional, disrespectful. He could have maybe signaled the cameraman, or he could have signaled a translator, because clearly there was a language barrier, because I highly doubt he was understanding what she was saying. Or There was security. He could have removed the cameraman, but standing in front of the broadcast. It looks crazy for us seeing that.
Without context. But question, right? Now, it was reported live for everybody to see. And at that point, even though he was trying to signal her to stop recording, you're not supposed to be here several times, I find it's just too long. If he had approached before off camera, you don't think she would have ignored and they would have ignored her? If they ignored him on camera, you don't think they would ignore him off and just continue?
No, but trying to get her attention while it's rolling then doesn't make sense to me. Trying to get the cameraman or get security to stop the cameraman would make more sense to me. As somebody with media experience, for you to stand in front of the broadcast, but let's say he probably didn't know it was live. He probably thought it was pre-recorded. That's not the way to handle that situation, but it is an interactive program. We have roughly 2-3 minutes left. The number to call is 457-9997 if you want to state your opinion on how you view it. But there's also comments on the live.
Let me read one. Somebody says, or none of the above.
Yeah.
Why are you wasting time on Candyman? Somebody says he is rude. I don't know why he has a job he ain't qualified to do. Reading the comments. Somebody says, okay. And another one here, Donald Trump would say, security, get her the hell out of here. There's another one, whether or not he was wrong and very unprofessional.
I think the way he went about it was very unprofessional.
I feel like a call is coming through. Let's
Yes,
take
we have
a
a
quick
call
minute.
coming in.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, go ahead.
I just want to put, we as a small country, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bigger country, they do things to bring us down. And they have a way of putting things in place for them. It works for them because they have to have the extra security and all of that. Right here in SBG, we don't really need all of that. And if you, as a journalist, have the intentions to come to our country, that isn't just my point, just to say, well, okay, I am going to do this as I feel like, because maybe incidentally heard that, okay, it's okay, you could do whatever you want or whatever. You don't have to obey protocols. And because sometimes we sign agreement with different countries and all of that, we feel that we can just come here and do whatever we feel like. So even though it may seem as if Candyman in front and trying to help to get her out of the way or whatever, she make it known that, okay, I have a little point, so I am not moving because it's like, okay, I don't speak English and I can't understand what he's saying, why he's in front of my thing. For me, I think if you give her a minute, take a minute. But she went too far, and to hell, he has to get her out of there and do whatever it takes. And the consequences now is that they will put it all over the world to see that OSBG, we don't have no manners. We don't have nothing at all to go on. But I think that she, from the first starting, had minutes that she's supposed to be finished by. And maybe he sneak her there because maybe he and she get a little friendly and, okay, I will give you a little chance. I can't give the others, right? But you will take this, but she go overboard. And now he end up with the consequences. Now it's his. But Candyman, you did the right thing. I'm behind you. So you guys have a blessing.
All right, thanks.
Move her out.
It's very interesting to see the different perspectives on this, because I have to use Kenton's reference because we haven't made contact with Macmillan. What Kenton was saying is there was even Guyanese press who had to dress him down and tell him the way that he's doing things is incorrectly. So maybe we'll get a statement.
At what point did the Guyanese, but then again, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
at what point did the
8 o'clock.
Guyanese say, like, you're not supposed to be doing certain things certain ways?
That we don't know.
Okay. That would have made
know.
Added to the discussion too. But it also could show, I don't know how many people would feel this way. It also could show disrespect to us. The rules.
Yeah, but
No
for
preferential treatment for anybody.
for it to happen on camera like that, it's not.
Did
the best.
you also notice that another guy walked across the camera in front of the camera?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was a gentleman who walked in front of the camera, which means he either didn't notice what was.
Venezuela, precisamente hablando, estoy en vivo, el presidente de Venezuela precisamente tratar de mantener su posición del Acuerdo de Ginebra. Bueno, ya aquí están viendo, es la prensa de San Vicente y la...
To Terrence Drew, almost.
It does look like it. He probably
I
did
feel like,
old wall.
and if it is that it is the Prime Minister of St. Kitts who walked across there, she definitely was not supposed to be there. So, left to be seen.
I don't know. I'm still saying it's in the press room. There was a different way to handle that, a professional way. And going based off Searchlight report, Eyewitness News report, and the interview we had with Kenton last week, I do feel like proper protocols were not established, and Macmillan could have done that job a lot better.
What I said earlier came from a very reliable source. Yeah? Anyways,
Which was what?
a very reliable source.
No, what did you say earlier?
Everything I said about what might have transpired before came from a reliable
Oh, okay,
source.
all right. So we have opposed. No, we ending this segment.
Yeah,
So
pick it
that's
up.
how we agree to disagree.
Ah!
I do feel like it could have been handled differently. You feel like it was unnecessary. It was
If she ain't
necessary.
supposed to be where she is, okay, the bigger thing is how she end up there and where was security. All right.
Good.
Pause on that one.
Well, we had a break now.
We got giveaways. We got giveaways this morning. All right. So make sure you listen all morning for the rest of the week and for the rest of the year and for the rest of next year to buy.
So we're gonna break now and we're gonna come back and we're gonna be speaking about what's his name? Bodo's funeral
Rest in
and the funeral culture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and if we need a change. The time is now 8